Oh, that sounds cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
It was on the list. I don't know if our discount code will work for it, but
Probably not, but you could see.
we can see.
You could see. So I just sent out an email. I want to table that until later because I want to talk about what's next at the end of this of today. All right. So first things first. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Raise your hand if you want to volunteer to read what happy birthday is in Hebrew. Or just start saying it.
Birthday.
Oh yeah, there we go. What's that first letter?
Vam.
What is the first letter?
Yam.
Okay, but what's the first letter called?
Yud.
Thank you. Now say it again.
Yam. Yam Helze.
All right, let's do lines. We got to be very
the vowels are still messing me up.
That's okay. So what's the vowel right? The vowel right here.
I know it's the O for the best.
There we go. Fantastic. So now say that word.
Yom.
There we go. Okay, where does the first syllable line go in this word?
After the tet.
There is no tet.
After the letter that makes it. After the hay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, after the hay and after the lamed.
Nice. So now try this word.
The thing is, you remember which vowels what.
That's okay.
So, yam.
Yom.
Hel. Well, I'm trying to remember. This one's not an E.
This is a tricky one. This one, what sound does this one make?
Ooh.
Ooh. Doesn't show up very often.
Huleze.
Close. What's this letter?
That's not a Z. That's not a Zine. That's a It's not a Dalet, is it?
It is a Dalet.
Oh. In a different font. It's a Dalet in a different font.
Mm-hmm.
Yam. Heluda.
So I want you to try it one syllable at a time, because I think you have a tendency to try
the whole word.
The whole word, but we want to. That's good if you know the word by heart, but if you don't know the word by heart, you got to try it one syllable at a time. So what's that first syllable? I just typed it out.
Yeah.
So this is an oo vowel.
Ooh, yam, who.
Okay.
A who. Le.
Mhm. And then.
Hulede. It's not the whole thing, is it? I'll keep trying to do that.
Hu, le, and then what's this last letter here?
Hulede.
Nice. Say it one more time.
Yom. Oh, hulede.
Nice.
Yom hulede. Is that a shin or a sin?
Which side? Yeah, it's a sin.
So, Yom hedet. Samat. Samayak.
Yeah.
Yom hedet Samayak.
Yom huledet. Can you say huledet?
Huledet. Yom huledet Samayak.
Nice. All right. So Yom huledet sameach.
That means happy birthday?
That means happy birthday. Or Yom huledet sameach. Yom is day. Huledet is birth. And sameach is happy. Which is why how do you say happy holiday?
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach, right? So this is Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday. The easiest way to sing the happy birthday song that we sing in Jewish institutions in America, because it's easy, but they don't sing it in Israel, is we just sing Yom Huledet Sameach to the tune of Happy Birthday. So let's try it out.
Yom huledet
Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. So that's what you sing if you want to impress your friends and say, look, I know how to sing happy birthday in Hebrew. Right?
Yom Huledet Sameach.
So that's version 1. Yom, try it again.
Yom Huledet Sameach.
Yeah, Sameach. Nice. Okay, this is the Israeli version. It's not as much as it looks. because if you look, this line repeats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. The only difference between these ones and this one is a lamed. So these lines are all the same. They just get repeated a lot. So let's try this first line here. Let's try reading it.
Isla. It can be her first word.
Dina, can you try this line?
Okay, I think it's let's see. Hi,
Try that word again. It's the word for day.
Ha, a, om,
Mhm.
Okay, hayom, yom, hayom yom. Is that it?
Mhm.
Hayom yom, ha, hu, let, it.
Nice. And say those 3 words again.
Hayom, yom, hayom yom, like.
Hayom yom.
Hayom yom, hi, who led it?
Nice. And what's weird is I saw it spelled 2 different ways with the U vowel that looks like a vav and the U vowel, the kubutz, the U vowel that looks like a caboose. So, very easy. The first verse is Hayom yom huledet, Hayom yom huledet, Hayom yom huledet. And le means 2, so we'd say le Jason. So can we try that? So it's Hayom yom huledet, Hayom yom huledet, Hayom yom huledet, le Jason. And then we do it again. Hayom yom huledet, Hayom yom huledet, Hayom yom huledet, le Jason. Okay. So next verse.
But the Jason in the Hebrew lore is not that great.
Okay, so remind me your Hebrew name.
Raphael Aaron, but
Raphael. Let's do it.
Raphael.
Fa.
Because that's what Jason
El.
translates closest to meaning wise.
Ha. Ron. Okay. Let's try it again.
Okay, Jason.
Let's try it again with Raphael Aharon. Ready? Okay. Hayom yom huledet, hayom yom huledet, hayom yom huledet le Raphael Aharon. Hayom yom huledet, hayom yom huledet, hayom yom huledet le Raphael Aharon. Okay.
That's the closest, because Jason Aaron translates most closest in Hebrew to Raphael Aaron.
Nice.
Meaning.
But that's only the first verse. There's a second verse.
Oh gosh, okay.
It's not so much more difficult. Okay, so one thing you know is that this line is the same. Hayom yom huledet le. Okay, so we only have to do 2 lines. Tessa, can you try this first line?
That's hog, low, sameach. No, sameach.
Yeah, Chag lo sameach. And so we already said Chag sameach means what?
Happy day.
Happy day, right? Or a happy holiday, because Chag is a holiday. Lo means for him. So if it was Tessa's birthday, we'd say Chag la sameach. La means to her, but Chag lo sameach.
Is it always like that? Is O masculine and A feminine?
Most of the time. Most of the time. Yes. That's another Hebrew class. Caitlin, can you try the second line there? Here. Oh, I need to put vowels underneath there. Here we go. That's a shava.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that supposed to be 1 or 2 dots, Rabbi?
That's 2 dots. That's supposed to be a shava. So that first syllable will be the. Oh.
She's not feeling well. I'm trying to keep her occupied with snacks. uh, that's not a Vav, is it?
The first letter is a Vav.
Is a Vav. Is that a Zion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Viz. Vaz. Is it Vazer? Vazer?
Yep.
Low. Oh. Ray. That's not a hay. Why do I keep thinking that's a hay? But it's not.
It looks very similar, but hay has a hole, and this one does not.
Oh, Ray. Oh, Ray.
Very close, but when you have an ah vowel underneath a chet, remember this is the one time that they switch. So it's po re. Actually, it'll have a dot in the middle of here. So po re ach. So try saying that again. Reach. Okay. So I'm gonna add a dot here.
Yes, I thought that was
I
a.
was wondering how to say that.
Huh?
I thought it was a fade.
Yeah. Well, it works with a fe too. It'd be full reach, but po reach. So is adding a dot here. Apparently, this was my trouble line today in slide creating. So chag lo sameach v'zer lo poreach. All right. Let's try to get everybody to say that. Okay. So Caleb, can you read those two lines?
Haglo Sameach.
And in fact, I'm going to make it easier and actually correct the slide so that we're not relying on these little tiny dots here. Hold on one second. What language am I in? I'm in English. That's not helpful. There we go. Okay. Oh, also this line. Okay.
Haglo Sameach. Vazer Lo Poreach.
Nice. Can you try that, Tessa?
Pablo Sameach. Vizerlo Porea.
Nice. And Jason?
Haglo Sameach. Is it Hazer? Vazer?
Mhm.
Lo Pareach?
Say that one more time.
That's Pareach?
Nice. Can you say poreach?
Poreach.
Pareach?
There we
I
go.
didn't do it
Nice.
either. I said the same thing.
Dina?
Okay, Haglo.
Can you say chag?
Haglo.
Thank you.
Shemeach.
Not shameach. Oh my goodness. What is with goodness gracious? I'm sorry.
Actually, that's good practice because if we read Torah, it's not there. Is it?
Ugh.
Okay.
The mark
Yeah.
is there.
So, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the dot
Oh, are they?
still is.
Sameach.
I think.
Nice.
Okay.
The dot over the sin is not there.
Then Vazar. Is that right? Vazar lo pay po ra.
All right. What I'm gonna fine tune this last line for you. Here, in this line, what does this vowel sound like? It's not an ah.
E.
No, it's a. A, because remember, this is one of the marshmallow vowels.
Okay. Marshmallow vowel.
So if you have one marshmallow in your mouth, doesn't really make it difficult to speak. So you can open your mouth really wide, e. And then if you have two marshmallows, it's kind of more narrow, eh. And then if you have one, or if you have three,
Okay. So
Your mouth gets really narrow.
Va, Zaire,
Mm-hmm.
Zaire, Lo, Pa, Po, right? Po, Re,
Reach.
Reach.
There we go. Reach. This is a great song just for like the tricky pronunciation stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try this second verse. So I'll just sing the second verse once again. So we're Raphael Aharon. I've got to write out Raphael. These are probably not the right vowels that I'm using here, but that's okay. Okay. So.
Jason was the Hanukkah villain, so. He was.
Right.
Three Maccabees.
Mm-hmm. So. חג לו שמח וזר לו פורח, היום יום הולדת לרפאל אהרון. חג לו שמח וזר לו פורח, היום יום הולדת לרפאל אהרון. Okay, so let's try it really slowly. Okay. חג לו שמח וזר לו פורח, היום יום הולדת לרפאל אהרון. חג לו שמח וזר לו פורח, היום יום הולדת לרפאל אהרון.
Hayom Yom Huledat, right?
היום יום הולדת.
Huledet. I forgot that one.
Mm-hmm. So now you know. There's, if you want to impress your friends a little bit, or if you want to impress your friends a lot, there are two versions of Happy Birthday that you can sing in Hebrew.
That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. Or if you just want to say Happy Birthday
In Hebrew.
in Hebrew.
I replied to your text yesterday though, but not in Hebrew. Never mind.
But in Yiddish.
Which uses Hebrew font, so
Huh?
that counts.
There you go. That definitely counts. I don't know Yiddish. That's impressive. I'm impressed. I don't even know if what you said actually was.
I was just saying
Was
thank
correct.
you, Rabbi.
Oh, okay.
So,
In Yiddish.
yes, which is basically a donk rabbi, or a donk rabbi. Because it's basically lazy German and lazy Hebrew mixed together.
Together, yeah. Well,
The
it's like,
laziest of each language.
it's the American Mexican now. They're half Mexican and half Spanish and
Spanglish?
half English. So,
Spanglish, yeah.
yeah.
Well, which was so fascinating to me because in LA, I feel like everybody spoke Spanglish, and then I realized that like not everybody knew basic Spanish words when I moved away from LA.
Yeah.
That just wasn't a thing that people knew.
Yeah.
I just thought it was the way that people spoke English.
Not
That
everybody spoke
everyone knows a little Spanish.
Yeah. That's from being out west.
Huh?
That's from being out west. Most people
If you go
out
down
west
south
are
here, a lot of
little
people
Spanish.
still speak broken French.
Yeah. So
Mm.
this is really from rural here.
Well, it's like there are random French words that show up in
That's right.
conversation.
Right.
Like
That's why it's
Here,
called
I
broken
still
French.
don't understand what
And then
lagniappe
there's
is.
words that are just completely made up for South Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're a little French and a little English.
Yeah. Anywho, French, Spanish, Hebrew.
The Hebrew equivalent of lanyard. I wonder what that would be.
I still don't know what that means. What does that
A
mean?
little
Extra.
something extra.
Extra.
So it's like either, because it's used either as a
Bonus.
tip or like something on a menu, like sides, right?
Right.
A
Okay.
little something extra.
Little something extra. Is what
All right.
extra.
Sounds
Bonus.
good. Okay. Last week we had some people who tried singing this and some people who didn't. I know Dina was one of the people I was going to ask to try it today. How would you feel about trying it?
I don't know.
I can give you the choice. You're an adult.
So which part am I doing then?
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Let's
So
actually,
slow.
before we do that,
I'm so slow.
here's what we'll do is I'll lead us, and in doing the whole thing, I'll be the leader and the congregation will respond with the congregation part.
Okay.
This is before the Torah reading, right? Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. All right, I want to hear all of you do that second line again.
Okay. Baruch.
Baruch Adonai.
Nice. Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim. V'na'atan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah. So when you go up there on the bima, you can choose whether you sing it or say it. It's traditional to sing it, but nothing halachic about that, just stylistic. So if it's something that you're interested in singing, I'll just show you a little bit how to think about it visually, how to think about the notes visually. So Baruch Hu goes up, Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach, so it's up, da-da-da, Hamvorach, so up and then down up. Et Adonai stays around the same spot. Okay. And Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed is the same thing. Right? So Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach, and then Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. And then there's a lot of down up in this. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach, Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. So we have a lot of that down up, right? Adonai or Haolam. And then this whole section kind of goes down and then up again. Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim. So I like to do this like wavy thing here. Down, up. V'na'atan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai. Adonai is up. Noten HaTorah goes up and then down. I don't know if this is helpful at all, but I know that some people like to draw in kind of what the notes look like. So I can go through that again with you, but I just find that to be helpful. All right. So Dina, how would you feel about trying this, either singing or speaking?
We'll be here all night.
Huh?
We believe in you.
We'll be here all night.
I don't think that's true.
It's just so slow. Because I really have to read it. I can't just
We're slow
memorize
too.
it.
Well, you know a lot of it.
Only after I've figured it out.
Okay. Do you want to try a couple lines?
All right. Shall I start with the leader?
Sure.
Baruch. Baruch? No.
Nice, Baruch.
Baruch. Okay, Baruch et Adonai Hame Vorah. I don't know what that last letter is.
So that's going to be a chaf sofit. And let's just look at this last word, because this is a tricky one, I think, for everybody. This is a tricky one for everyone. So where did the syllable lines go in this last word?
Okay. After the hey, right?
Nope.
No? But that's a vowel and a...
It is a consonant and a vowel, but when you've got a schwa, that's going to be the one that ends the syllable.
Okay, so hum. Vo.
Nice.
That's ra.
And
then what's that letter?
the final chaf.
Yeah, what's the second?
Well, the letter's name is chaf, so you know that the letter sound has to be the first part of that letter name.
Chaf.
Right. So.
Okay, let me say that again. Hum. Vo. Ra. Ha.
Nice. Hamvorach.
Hamvorach.
Nice. And then we would say in response, Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. So you would repeat that line.
The first one again?
Right here.
Where? Okay, that one. So that's Baruch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baruch Atah.
Not a ta.
Adonai.
Yep.
Okay. No, so you have to do it all over again. Bor, Ra.
Mm-hmm.
Barak. Okay. Barak. Le, or Lavo. Lam.
Where are you getting a vo? Where are you getting a vav sound?
What is that letter called? With the O on the top.
Ah, so when you have this syllable, or not this syllable, this symbol, it looks like a vav, but it's actually just a vowel on its own.
Yeah, but then, okay, so is it la, o?
Yep.
Okay, alright. They have too many letters in there then.
Mm-hmm.
La, o, lam, la, lam. Okay, la, o, lam. Now this would be like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Va'et. Is that? Or vad.
2 syllables.
Vadu.
Yep, so we're drawing the syllable line in.
Va.
Mm-hmm.
Va'ed.
Yeah, va'ed. Leolam, leolam, va'ed.
Okay, leolam, va'ed.
And then you totally know this next line.
Baruch, Ata, Adonai, Eloheinu,
Malach.
Malach.
What's the vowel underneath the mem? Nice.
Melech.
There we go.
Okay, Melech. Ha-Olam.
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
You're doing great.
Share.
Mm-hmm.
Bahar. Banu. Mikal.
Yeah, it's weird. So it looks like Mikal, but it's actually Mikol. You shouldn't know that, but.
Oh, okay. Because that doesn't.
Yeah, it's
really
weird. It's actually Mikol.
Mikol. Okay. Mikol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And if you're sitting here and you've already got this, you can also practice the next blessing because I know you all have your sheets with you.
I don't actually. I don't think I do.
Mm-hmm. So you have the 3 syllables. What are the 3 vowels? Because you're real close.
Right? Va.
So
Ne.
so the first syllable, the first one's a shava, so it makes an sound. So the.
Ne.
What's the vowel underneath the nun?
An
No, it looks like a little T.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Vana.
Mm-hmm.
Vanatan. Right? Okay, Vanatan. La. No. Or la nu.
Mm-hmm.
Et. Torah, toe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then let's see, bar, oh, Baruch,
Mm-hmm.
Ato, Ata, Adonai, no ta, no tan,
What's the vowel underneath the
no
tough?
tain,
Nice.
no tain, ha, to, ra.
Nice. No tain hatorah. Great job. It did not take you forever.
It did.
It's not forever.
We were not here
Forever, almost.
Yasher koach. Great job.
It's not Shabbat yet.
No, it's not.
I think you did great.
Tessa, did you have a chance to do it last week?
No, I did not.
All right,
We're all
let's
on the
try
same
it.
level, so it's fine.
Okay.
No, you guys are much better. So slow.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Ha'olam. Wait, no, I'm not done.
You're good.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mekol hamim.
All right, so what sound does an ayin make?
Does it make a sound?
Great, so you can make the ah sound.
Mim. Ve na tav.
Ah,
Tan.
there we go.
Tan. Lanu. Et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amazing. Hooray.
See, that didn't take years.
Yeah. No one's taken years. All right. I think Caitlin looks like she's got her hands busy, but next time, Caitlin, next time you're able to come to the computer, let us know when. Oh, you're getting up. Hooray! Did you have a chance to do this last week? All right. Do you want to try it out?
I can try.
Great.
Okay, so starting from the beginning. Baruch et Adonai is it Vorach?
Yeah. Then we go Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch. No, wait. Is that right? Okay. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher okay, that's right. Okay. Is it okay with the chet? You said it's opposite with the little dealio?
That's only at the end of the word, so here it's the same. And I'll also say, Jason, if you want to practice the after blessing, you're welcome to. It's in those textbooks. I don't know what page it's on, but it is in those textbooks as Torah blessings.
Okay, so Bahar. Banu. Is that right? Banu?
Yep.
No. Me. Ha. Michal. Is it Michal?
What's that middle letter?
Kof.
Not a chaf. It has a dot in the middle.
Kof. So
Nice. And
Michal.
remember, right, and then remember that kol is one of those words that's really tricky and sounds like coal. Mikol.
Okay, so Michal. No.
Oh no.
She almost got baby food, and I don't want her to make a mess with that. That's an iron, so
we are listening, but give me a second. You can keep going.
Is it this one or the little red one?
Me.
Nice.
Is that right? Me.
That's right.
Okay, and then Vana. Ka. Vanatav.
What is this letter here?
Oh, it's a. Is that the final rage?
So there's no such thing as a final resh.
Afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So Vanatan.
Mm-hmm.
Manu. It's Torato.
Great job.
Okay, and then Baruch Atah Adonai. No. That's not the ask. No, say. No, say. Ha-to-ra.
Nice. Fantastic. You guys are doing great. And I think that Caleb and Jason had a chance to do that last week, right?
I think he had to finish mine because
I had to finish yours.
Dumped the 3 gallons worth of dog water.
It's that's happening at my house right now. I think it's just a thing with this generation of year-olds.
It'll be birth control.
Huh?
It'll be birth control by the time they're done.
Yep, something like that.
Much more so than Barney was.
It was a lot of water. It went all underneath that.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. All right. I don't want to go all the way through this and try individually here, but has anyone the past few minutes or the past week practiced this after blessing enough that you feel like you want to give it a go?
Absolutely not.
I think
I haven't practiced it enough, but I I don't have the third line down. That one's completely throwing me for a loop. I feel like I know not a single word on that.
So we can certainly work on the third line also. But Caleb, you think you've got it?
I'm about as confident as she is on that third line.
Great.
Giving me a little bit.
Well, let's look at, is it all of the words on the third line or
It's the
just?
first and last one.
For me, it's all of them.
All,
well,
okay.
No, not the third word on the third line. I think.
Okay. Let's do the first and third.
But the rest
all
of them
together, or the first and last all together. So this first word here, where does the first syllable line go? And anyone can answer.
After the tit. I mean not.
After the chet. Interesting. What do we know about syllable lines and schwas?
I thought if it was two together, it went.
Is it only the schwas after the vowel?
So there's always a syllable line after a schwa.
Okay, after the schwa.
Okay, so back to this first word.
Because it's bar, so that's the first syllable.
She's on third line.
Oh.
Sorry, third.
Oh, never mind. You're gonna be too bad.
It's after the schwa, so that's no. Or
Where are we?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
See,
the.
I started off wrong.
Nice. V'cha.
Vaya.
What's that vowel?
I was doing the wrong one this whole time.
Oh, yay.
A.
Yay!
Okay, yay. How do you spell that?
V'cha yay!
Yay. Okay.
How do you spell that?
How do you spell that?
Yay. I did Y.
Okay.
Nice.
Olam Nata.
Right.
Tohanu.
What's that? What's this? I think this.
That's a bit.
Right, but this vowel I think is our collective arch nemesis. A.
Oh, I did a schwa right there.
So what do we think that last word is?
Betohanu.
Not betochanu. What's that vowel?
K-A.
Yeah.
K.
Yeah. Betochenu. Betochenu.
Okay.
So.
I got you.
V'chaye and betochenu. All right, Caleb, you think you got it?
I think.
All right, try it out.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet vayahe olam.
Wait, say that word again.
Which one?
The first one on that line.
Vayahe olam natah bet tohenu Baruch atah Adonai natan haTorah.
Say the second to last word.
Natan.
What's that vowel?
Notain.
There we go. Nice. All right, I also would like you to say again, Caleb, betochenu.
Oh yeah, because I just put an H there. Betochenu.
There we go. Nice. Great. Yasher koach. Tessa, you want to try?
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher notan.
Say that word again.
Natan. Lanu Torah. Torat. Et emet vahaye olam nata betochenu baruch atah Adonai notain haTorah.
Nice. Fantastic. All right. So I think we're gonna leave this prayer for now, but for those who are doing mikvah on March 24th, that weekend after, I would love for everybody to have an aliyah. And Dita, I would love for you to have an aliyah also.
Okay.
I want you to celebrate with us, Tina.
so that you
So
can,
you're politely telling us you need to start practicing now.
yeah, politely. We've got some meetings before then. So lots of time to practice that before then. But I want to teach something fun, something that I think is fun. My favorite part of the Hebrew language is that even if you don't know grammar very well, just because you had asked something to learn something about like beginning learning about Hebrew, even if you don't know grammar very well, there's a lot you can learn just by knowing root letters. So every word in Hebrew, almost every word in Hebrew, is based off of 3 root letters. Did we learn this last week?
Yeah, but I would love for you.
Yeah, I think at the very end.
I would love for you to go over them again.
Yeah, because I don't think we had examples last week. I think we talked about it.
I think you showed this, but
I showed this, but not examples after, I don't think.
Right.
So there are a lot of so Hebrew's based off of root letters, and I'll show you examples because I think I gave some examples, but it'll be clearer today. So when you hear certain words or see certain letters in prayers, if all of those 3 letters are in the word in some sort of configuration, the word has something to do with the root. So, for example, Shin Lamed Mem is like to be complete or whole. So an example that you'll see, the most common example you'll see, is shalom, right, which is a noun, which means peace or completeness. Even if you don't know how this works grammatically, you can know that the word bishlomecha has something to do with peace because it's got that shin, lamed, and mem. What bishlomecha is be means in, and cha means your, or with, in or with. Cha means your. And shalom is in the middle, so that's with your peace. But if you see a lot of bishlomecha and shalom and hashalom and vishalom within a prayer, even if you don't know how that grammar works, you know that the general theme of what we're talking about is peace. Same thing with blessing, right? So bet resh chaf, or vet resh chaf, we see that in baruch, we see that in barchu, or yivarechecha. Right? All words that look a little bit different, but have that root. Baruch is blessed, that's a passive noun. Barchu is a plural command form, so it's y'all, bless. Yivarechecha is he will bless you. Yivarech is the future tense of to bless, like future third person. Like in the final prayer yes, exactly. Exactly. So he will bless, and then cha is you. But you don't have to know that to know that that has something to do with blessing. Melech, like melech ha'olam, is king or ruler. So when we say Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, melech is king, malach is ruled, and yimloch is will rule. So Adonai is king, Adonai has ruled, Adonai will rule le'olam va'ed, forever and ever. And then we have kuf dalet shin. So Kaddish, when we say we're doing Kaddish, like mourners Kaddish, that's uses that root. Kadosh means holy, so Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Meloch Haaretz Kevodo. Or Asher Kiddushanu, right? All has to do with holiness. And Ahav is one that we see too a lot, because that's ve'ahavta, or ahava rabbah, or ahavat olam. We have that word show up a whole lot. Questions about this concept before we look at examples? All right, Let's look at some examples. Okay, we talked about this a little bit, but Dina, I'd love for you to read. Can you read number 1, or should I? Let me. I'll zoom. I'll zoom in. Okay, so number 1.
Shalom.
Shalom. So what do you think are the 3 root letters of shalom?
The S, the Shema, the Lamed, and the Mem.
Nice. And do you remember what that had to do with?
It had to do with wholeness.
Right. So shalom literally means wholeness or peace. Great. We talked about this one too. So, Jason, can you read this one?
Melech.
Nice. And what does that mean? Or have to do with?
Sovereignty and kingship.
Yeah. So melech.
Or ship.
Yeah.
Ship.
So malka would be a queen. The melech is king. Okay, this is a little bit more complicated, but I just said it. But Tessa, can you try it out? Okay, so let's split it up. Where's the first line?
After the bet.
Nope.
No, it's after the shin.
Yep.
And then after the olam.
Mhm.
So that's.
And there's one more.
Oh, and then after the mem.
Nice.
So that would be. Low, may. Is that a final ha?
Mhm.
Hop, Sophie. So ha.
Nice. So say that again.
Beish, low, may, ha.
Yeah. So bishlomecha. Right. So with bishlomecha, what are the root letters there?
It would be the bet, the.
So the bet's not part of it, but this is a root that we learned.
I know.
Okay, is it the shin, lamed, mem?
Nice. Which has to do with?
Peace.
Nice. Right. In your peace. Bishlomecha.
See how good a memory we have? About 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, but that's why we're doing it, is to jog our memories. All right. And Caleb, how about number 4?
That's Baruch.
Baruch. What does that have to do with?
Bless.
Blessings. That's the bet resh chaf. Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask Dina.
Okay. Melacho.
Okay, so before you start trying to put stuff together, okay. So where would your syllable lines go?
After the lamed.
Yeah. There we go.
Mel, ka, to, ka.
Say the middle syllable again.
Kota.
So it's one
That's
syllable.
One syllable,
Mhm.
so it would be coat. Okay, coat.
And what's that vowel in the middle?
Ooh, coot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mal chut cha.
Malchut ka.
Malchut cha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor vador. So malchut is, what does that have to do with? And anyone can answer about the roots. Yeah, it has to do with a ruler, right? Oh, the radio
90s
thing?
the little radio that goes off.
I've
when you're
just completely turned that off. Like, I have no idea that that actually happens.
It still makes me jump sometimes.
What's it connected to?
occasionally. I
Nothing?
don't even know.
The fire alarm.
Oh, okay, it has a purpose. It's not just.
No, it doesn't have a purpose, but it's connected to the fire alarm.
It'd be different if
Oh,
it was
actually, no, I'm sorry, it's not. It's connected to, we tried installing a, what's it called? When they speak,
PA.
a PA. Or not a PA, it's, you can, at the doorbell,
Intercom?
an intercom.
Oh, yeah.
We tried installing an intercom, it doesn't work. But it picks up on police static. Sorry, I was thinking about a different beep that happens randomly.
A different beat.
There's all sorts of fun noises if you hang out long enough.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Jason, can you try number 7?
Yerushalayim?
Yeah.
I only know that one because I know it by
see
sight.
the first letter first, and he's like, I
That's
don't
one of
know.
the
Yeah, it's
ones
a
I know
sight
by
word.
sight. To
Yeah.
clarify, it's a sight word.
And
Which is-
Yerushalayim, what is that?
The root word would be shalom,
Yeah.
so it would be peace,
Okay.
the city of peace.
Yeah, it's the city of peace, Jerusalem.
Very good.
All right.
I only know that one by memory, it's the only reason.
Oh, I forgot. I was thinking, oh, this is the last one, but it's not. All right. Tessa, let's try number 8.
That's another sight word.
It
Mhm.
is not. Is it? I feel like
Oh,
I
I know,
should know.
I know.
Is it kadosh?
It's close.
Close. Okay.
Same root word letters. Same root word. Hmm?
Let's do it for the
Oh, no.
the for the
I feel like the yud is throwing me off for some reason.
So ignore the yud.
Okay. Code.
Ah, that's the issue.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why the yud is throwing you off. What's this first vowel?
It's not a vowel.
Mm-mm. An O is always over.
So it's E.
Mm-hmm.
Key. Kiddush?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kiddush. Also known as Kiddush.
I don't know why that yod threw me off so much in the middle.
Well, it's weird.
It
It is weird.
They don't need it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
They're
actually
only
need
for
it.
extra letters, really.
Caleb, I'm going to skip you for a second. Dina, can you try number 9?
Okay. Okay. Barco?
What's that last vowel?
Barku.
Yeah, barchu.
Barku.
There we go. We will get there. All right. Number 10, Caleb.
Ba'avt.
So this can be a sight word. This might be.
Ba'avta.
Yeah, v'ahavta.
Ba'avta.
Great. Oh, I didn't ask about barchu. What are the root letters with barchu?
Blessed.
Blessed. Right. How about
What was the letters
v'ahavta?
first? I don't remember the letters though.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Love.
Yeah, love. So that would be aleph, hey, vav. And back with barchu, that's bet, resh, chaf. Just like baruch or baracha
Okay.
or yivarechecha. But this one, ve'ahavta, is ahav. I'm wondering, Caitlin, would you like to do the last 2? Or if not, it looks like maybe Isla's
She's
fallen
rocking
asleep.
out.
That's okay. All right.
I'll do one of them.
Huh?
11's a sight word.
I'll do
so-
one of them.
Huh? We'll do one of
You
them?
can't do it, because if you
Or
can
both
figure
of them,
out
it
the
doesn't
site,
matter.
All right.
It's not fair.
So you can do number 11, Caleb.
a D, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kichianu?
You're adding one vowel that's not there. Try it again.
Kichanu.
There we go. Asher kichanu b'mitzvotav.
And the
Where-
root letters are Kuf. Sheen Noon, is that right? Kuf Dalet Sheen.
There you go. Nice. Which has to do with
Holiness.
holiness, right? So Asher kichanu, who made us holy. The new at the end makes it us. And then Jason, can you do number 12?
Ahavat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which root word wise has to do with love. So
Ahavat leolam.
yeah, everlasting love. There we go. And so those are, I think those are the root words that we see most in prayer. So even if you don't know a whole lot of words that show up in our prayers, you'll know a little bit about what the major theme is, even just with these few root words. So from here, the big question that I want to ask is, what do we do next? So first of all, say ulmad, that's go and learn. So a couple of options for what we can do, how we can learn next. One option is always that we can continue learning together in a class. And so if all or a few of you would like to continue learning, we can. I have no idea when that could happen because of Exploring Judaism starting in January, but I can always make time. So if you decide you want to do a class together or separately, let's say that was something we wanted to do, what would be some of the things that you would want to learn?
I mean, kind of more the same. I want to learn how to speak it.
So how to speak it. So because
I'm more curious in Orsitor, the nice
Okay.
big blue sphere.
I was gonna say I want to learn more of the service. I'm way too shy to ever lead a service,
Mhm.
but I want to know more.
Yeah, that-
It obviously.
Okay.
That would be first and foremost, I think, for everybody.
so prayer first, and then
Specifically
and then
the
conversation.
Orsitor.
What's the R's?
so prayer first.
I would like to one day be able to
and
have
then
a conversation.
Nice.
Oh,
And what I'll say is
far
that
away.
so I learned biblical Hebrew before I learned conversational Hebrew, and knowing biblical Hebrew was really helpful
Okay.
in learning conversational. The grammar's the same. It just there are some words that are around now that weren't around that long ago. So
I
it
want to do more on the songs because
songs.
I just have these songs in my head and I'm realizing I have no clue what
they
I'm really
mean.
saying.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And then once I could read the Hebrew, it's like, well, that wasn't the word I thought it was.
So
Yeah.
what are some of the songs?
All of them.
All of them, like Osei Shalom.
I walk around a
Start
lot
with Friday
singing
night.
like Hot OD, and so does Curtis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're known to walk around the house singing that.
Nice. I know Adon Olam is one that some people.
There's one other that he really likes.
Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's probably the one where it's like the Miram Hayam.
Hmm?
I don't know the name of it, but my favorite one starts with Zadik.
O Tzadik Katamar. So maybe just the Psalms.
I know you changed the tune on me one night, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
I know that really throws me off. But
I'm trying to remember which one it is. There's one of them where the words in English don't sound like how it should sound. Like it has a different tune in Hebrew. Like I would think it would be like a more powerful tune, and it's more not powerful sounding too.
Mm.
It's a lot calmer than I would expect it to be.
That's kind of like we used to when I first got here, or not just when I first got here, but when in lots of places for the Song of the Sea, which is very early in the Saturday morning service, when we're reenacting crossing the Red Sea. There's this song about God, smashing people, smashing the Egyptians, and marching armies through, and God is the God of war. And there's this melody that goes, Az Yashir Moshe Uvenei Yisrael But I always think that I don't think that makes any sense because we're talking about we're talking about destruction, and it's a beautiful tune, but it has nothing to do with the words. So that's why I kind of do the marching tune, the Az Yashir Moshe B'nai Yisrael.
Is one of them
Makes more
about God
sense.
being a sovereign and punishing people who are like pagans or something? I can't remember
Oh,
which one
that's
it is.
is that 95?
I think it's 95 or 97, one of those.
One of those.
I feel like that's the other like.
So I
one
wonder
that-
if it would
That's
be
the one where
worthwhile.
the tune throws me off, but I like the words a lot.
I wonder if
The
it
tune throws
would
me
be
off.
worthwhile at one of the Kabbalat Shabbat sessions, just to kind of, at one or some of the Kabbalat Shabbat sessions, or on Friday night services, to just go over Psalms one by one. So figuring out a format for that. But learning songs, learning kind of the grammar of prayer first is a good place to start.
Isn't Rabbi Jana going to do an intro to Hebrew in the spring?
I think she usually does. So if
I don't know if hers will go more in depth or be the same thing as you or what.
My biggest thing is the terminology. I want to know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Always nice to
there's a great textbook that I know Rabbi Jana teaches from. So if this is something that you want to continue doing, we can, in a couple weeks, we can figure it out. Or you can also figure out, talk amongst yourselves if you want to put together a group at a certain time, and I can fit that time in. Because I know that Tessa knows how to figure out when I have time open. So,
That's very good.
I think all of you can figure that out too, because how my Calendly is set up. But I'm happy to teach that. Also, like Jason said, I don't mind if you take Rabbi John's class. That's wonderful too. But also,
I don't know if I'm going to be able to because my work schedule is about to be.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Another thing that's really helpful, or that can be really helpful, is AJU now has like these incredible discounts for people in the Intro to Judaism course, which is Exploring Judaism, and all of you here have done that. So they have a really amazing collection of classes, and their teachers are great. So it might be worth.
All the intro level ones tend to be from 5 to 7 Pacific, which is 7 to 9 our time, which if I were on my old schedule would be great, but on my new schedule not so much.
So they have modern Hebrew classes on Sundays and Mondays. They have prayer book Hebrew. It looks like they have understanding biblical Hebrew. So depending on different interests, that might be worthwhile.
And they have an intro to Talmud, which I'm highly considering taking, even though it's in the middle of the day.
Do you know who the teacher is?
Some rabbi dude.
Some rabbi dude.
If you go over there to the Jewish thought
narrows
section,
it down a little bit.
To the Jewish thought.
We know it's a man, maybe.
Yeah.
Dancing classes, Jewish thought. Let's see.
Intro to Talmud and Theology.
I don't know him, but he's probably great.
And
Nice.
there's a one-day one on eradicating the stigma of addiction, and I'm like, that's something Sandra might would want to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm assuming a few of us would like that one, so even though it's the middle of the day, we could maybe lunch and learn or something.
Yeah.
That is a good
That could be cool, and it's free.
Yes, that's a good for what time? Can you see what time?
Yeah, sure. So 2 p.m. then it would be our time.
It's at 12 to 12:40, so 2 p.m.
Yeah.
It could be a coffee and addiction, or the irony, but
Right, absolutely.
why?
So they have great classes. Some are free, some are not so free, but you do have a discount if that's something that you'd like to do. So those are options. Also, I know that some of you have been using Duolingo, which is fun, even though it's not great for learning conversation, or it's not great for learning speaking. It's good for understanding.
And I use Drops. Well, I used to be way better at using it, but Drops, it does a good job. It goes through and teaches you like individual words, and it doesn't have vowels, so it's kind of a challenge.
Nice. So lots of different things. If you'd like to learn more, you can figure out what it is that you'd like to learn, whether it's individually or whether it's as a group.
Does anybody know if Rosetta Stone is worth paying for?
Yes.
Is it good?
That is how I started to learn modern Hebrew.
So if you had to pay for it, you.
Oh
do it
yeah.
again?
So I learned in college. I learned biblical Hebrew, and my teacher was fantastic at grammar, or fantastic at teaching grammar, and so I really got a lot out of it. And before I started Pardes, my study program in Jerusalem, I had to go to Ulpan. I had to do a Hebrew immersion conversation program. And I didn't want to start at the beginning because my grammar was pretty advanced. So I got Rosetta Stone over the summer to learn all the modern Hebrew terminology. I actually learned how to write in script from HebrewForChristians.com, which is actually not a bad site.
Right.
And did not start out at the beginning. So Rosetta Stone I found was really, really helpful.
Might look at that.
Yeah.
That's something because that's something we can do at the house.
Right. Exactly.
Amongst everything else.
Exactly.
Are we still recording?
Oh, we are still recording.
Because I had a story that I didn't want recorded.
Oh, great. All right. Well, it looks like Isla's asleep. So have a wonderful evening, Caitlin. We can.
I'm going to Mexico.